Hey, rebels. Okay, I'm hearing it's easy to rate you now that you are gone. Romanticizing you now that you are gone. And you're just moving right on. Okay, and it's so crazy. It's so crazy, but it's really not because it's very common. It's very common. People don't know what they have. Or I'm sorry, people don't know what they had. Correction, thank you, Spirit. People don't know what they had until it's gone. And there's a whole song about that. I'm going to try to find it. If I can't find it today, at some point, I'm going to come back to this video, I'm sure, and put it down there. What the Etch a Sketch is going, okay, health concerns. Mm-hmm. Okay. Bondage. Oh, are we surprised? Gift. Mm. Can we get a third leg? A third leg right here. Oh, okay. Understand. The- my goodness. My goodness. Okay. Same song, second verse. A little bit louder and a little bit worse. Okay, here we go. Here we go again. Going through the same thing. But not again. I don't want to go through it because they've been so loud in my head. Okay, so we have here divine feminine message. There is either an adult child or a child mental grown person who was looking at the gift that they received for Christmas, and it was third party snitches. Mm, yeah, and their mental health is concerning because they do not know how to go through all that has been said and really figure out what the truth is. They have been they have been looking and reevaluating you, but for whichever reason, they still are holding on and hanging on to the truth that others, be it their friends, be it their families, be it their homies, have told them about you, and they cannot seem to understand why they're feeling silently on the inside the way they do about you. If people have called you things like, a homewrecker, a hoe, and all this other crap. I'm realizing that this child card is more so about the adolescence of them not being able to be a thinker for themselves. They don't independently think for themselves. Though they have known for you to be in experiences more so solo with them and they have experienced you solo, this person, unfortunately, this person, yes, it's a person, this person as I'm feeling this energy that we are gonna pull out more cards and that the cards are gonna tell us that they've been on some run tell that they have not been honest, that they have not been truthful, even about the representation that they have been taking back to others. Okay, this literally woke me up out of my sleep, and Miss School River I'm not dealing with anyone to the extent that this is anything of my concern. This is like wait in my archives of I don't frankly give a fuck, but somebody is bothering the hell out of me. So, but rebels, I love y'all. I'm gonna come and give y'all the messages how y'all need the messages, as spirit tells me to, and I hop my ass up. I'm talking about hardcore confirmation, hardcore confirmation, hardcore ringing in my ears. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, we'll go this way. I'm telling you, I was just laying there. I was asleep. I was nice. And then I started hearing these hard ringings in both of my ears. And I'm like, okay, so I was going to get up and do another project. Nope, 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 nope. Spirit said, get your ass up. Put on your shoes. Run, bitch, run. Fuck, I said. I'm like, okay. Right, so let's go. Okay. Oh, okay. So we got a little cover up going on. All right. Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. I'm gonna need a third leg, but what we trusting? I'm gonna need a third leg right here. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Overall energies. Overall energies. Overall energies. Oh, yeah. He's back. It's the rich guy. It's the rich guy. Okay. I'm still waking up, y'all. Excuse me. No, don't. Fuck it. It is what it is. Okay. So what we have here is you got them blocked. And that's why I'm having a ringing in both of my ears again. Okay, you have the rich guy blocked, and he really want to get through, but Spirit said no access. He's not allowed. Okay, and he wants to gift you with the understanding of that you are all that he needs to get by, and you're like, motherfucker, I get that, I know that, and that you're very mature, but he's coming with this Ice King here with the nice guy, karmic film. But now he got somebody on his team. Now, Spirit said on his roster. It's not necessarily on his team. And team roster is not the same thing. He got somebody on his roster that's never give up, never. Oh, okay. So I'm here. Luther Vandross. Never too much, never too much. No, it's never give up, never give up. She not letting him go. So she is. I'm not gonna say that she's the cause of why he can't seem to pull himself together. Get yourself together. No, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning, honey. I was planning on sleeping until 10. Okay, spring break. Oh, anyway, she's not the reason, though. She's an excuse of why it is that he cannot seem to pull himself together. So long as she's around, he's gonna be handicapped. Something happening to her letting him go, she's always gonna come back. Spirit said that this is a lost cause. If you've been thinking about this person, let it go. Let it go. Uh, you have to trust that the entity attachment that you were familiar with when you were being compassionate, understanding to this person and empathetic to this person. Spirit said, go study the Sophia archetype. Yeah, levels up beyond an empath. And Sophia, she cares, but frankly, she can't give a fuck because Sophia already knows what comes along with this doohickey of bullshit. So back here, yeah, they say you can bask in it, but Spirit, bask in it's a triumph. You're balanced, wonderful. You've guarded yourself. There's no more needing to be on some Michael Jackson type stuff. You've been liberated from this. But what will make you further invested in being liberated from this, you sweetheart, you would be for you to just let this person go. Quit. Stop wondering if they're ever going to come back. Stop thinking about them. Do your damnness to be able to. Don't give a damn. This person is no longer a necessity or a bare ass necessity to your life. Say, get on your ice queens to match the energy of departure, because they have not come back around, nor will they ever, until you get so far ahead in life that you are untouchable. And if you're so far ahead in life that you're untouchable, unreachable, honey, it's considered stalking at that point. And what is it that they could possibly do? Yeah, just ooh, interesting. What is this? What is this? Fuck. Yeah, there's some intense healing that's gonna need to be done. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Get colorblind. Don't be so shallow. I know that's not how the song go. Why must it be this way, honey? They want you to accept. It's the same old. They're feeling deserted, like you left them behind. Do you see how? Yeah, it's a gift that somebody's. If they had one wish, you would be best friends. Love would never end. It would just begin. Talking here right now. No. Do we see what the hell Ray J ass is going through? That's what happens when you're wishing on a star for too fucking long. You don't just blind yourself. You blind your brain, everything in your brain. It just gets blinded and delulu. I swear I ain't been drinking or doing no drugs. I swear. Okay, it's a hot topic. What's the hot topic? Yep, it's about the rebels. Slow and steady, they feel they would win this race. But honey, they gonna be a long ass time. Because there are mountains upon mountains upon mountains upon mountains. This is gonna be a very short read. Um, mm, okay, so we gonna do just can't. Yeah, the messages are coming in rapid and fast. This does not mean that they're coming in fast. No, the messages are coming in rapid and one moment, please. Now this is the dooloo shit that I'm talking about. Yeah, it fell on the ground. Messages are coming in rapid and fast. We, you know what? Please leave in a comment. Nope, you don't care at all. You don't give a fuck at all. Because that's that Five of Pentacle about the Great Escape. And they don't listen. It's like you're being graped spiritually. Up and there it is. Confirmation. Yep, the devil. And then, keep on moving, pressing forward. You got everything. Rebels, I don't know what is going on with you, but there is a tower here, and I don't know what you are going through. I don't know that you're going through anything other than the facts of life, okay? Spirit say you may need to really take a break from tarot, from oracle, and pay attention to the facts of your life, because the more and more you come back to readings with certain titles, especially, that is like, oh, what are they up to, or whatever the case may be. And this is no hate towards any tarot reader. Believe me, I love them all. They help me. They're trying to help you. And heck, take a break from readings with certain titles, or readings that seem like they're going to lure you into thinking about this person, because this ain't even about this person. This is about you, and the fact that you keep on going into spaces and places and ideologies that align you with this person. Oh my God. Spirit said, let it go. Oh, fuck. There go the ringing again. That's what it's about. Spirit said, let it go. Let it stop setting yourself up. You say that you so tired. That you so tired of them, but what are you doing to help you understand? Oh, the wheel of returns. Let's see what it says, and then we're gonna finish. It says a hope or a dream that appeared to be doomed to fail, or a partnership that seemed lost, will not transpire as you had believed. What was lost will be returned to you in a new way or form. What the? Okay, so this is you. It's you. Yep, it's you. It's you. Oh, the ringing is loud. It's you. You are the reason that this person energy is still in your energy, and you can't seem to shake. Okay, shake and bake. Okay, you can't seem to shake them off. Spirit, we gonna get. Can we get one more of these, and then we are yep, Granny. Oh, hey, Granny. We gonna get on somebody's dress. What's this? And then it says guided lessons. You will have to learn the necessary lesson in order to be free from it for good. Embrace the opportunity to learn and evolve, as it will pave the way for a new way of life. Well, I know I'm good. Okay. And then it says boredom. Boredom. Yeah. Boredom. The restlessness or emptiness you may be experiencing is not a sign of something being wrong in your life, but rather a gentle reminder that there is more of you waiting to be experienced. Yep, and there go that mountain. Obviously, yeah. Oh, confirmation with the gut going, okay? Yeah, so Rebel, caution yourself. Matter of fact, fuck that. Don't caution yourself. Stop clicking on certain things that says someone new is coming into your life. You're not ready for somebody new because you have yet to deal with you. Stop clicking on things that say, oh, they mad or whatever the case may be. Now, true enough, you have other people in your life. You have family members, you have foes, you have potentially friends, you have co-workers, you have pets, you have children, you have people who you gonna meet at the grocery store. But when you click on, just the same way readers, they send the message out there with intentions, right? For, we send a message out there with intentions for those who need it, for those who may resonate with it. Well, we gotta caution ourselves with the who may resonate with it. When you click on it, you're clicking on it with intentions. You got this little boogeyman buried in the back of you, deep down within you, and every time you click on something, it's like, aha, bitch. You like some Dave Chappelle type stuff, right? Um, Give me a moment. We're going to clear out this energy and we just okay. Okay, I had to chuckle about it for a little bit. Yes, Rebels, I love you so much. And that's why Spirit got my ass up to do this read. So what Spirit wants you to understand is that the same way that, as we discussed before, the same way that tarot and oracle readers, they put out the intentions for whoever resonates with this. You as the watcher, you as the receiver of the reading need to set intentions, but you also need to set boundaries with yourself. Okay, boundaries are to keep you safe from your destruction. Boundaries are to keep you able and acknowledgeable to keep others safe from your destruction. Back here with Liberate, I'm also seeing that there is a broken padlock. So in a swinging door, okay, this message is now for you. It's now about you. Whatever else comes out, it's all about you, babe, okay? Your boundaries need to be stronger. And not just how you show up out in the world, but how you deal with yourself. You have obviously been hearing voices, like ghostly, like, just luring voices, just floating around. Constantly center yourself before bed, after you wake up, after you do everything. Do it so much that you get tired and you get exhausted of doing it. And one day you will realize that those lingering thoughts are no longer there. There's a need for you to switch up your routine, your ways of doing things. I'm getting this energy of you have been doing things. Yeah, I'm trying to shuffle this card good. You have been doing things that still align you with this person. There it is, your thoughts still align you with this person and things that you used to do when they were more present in your life. All right. Like, for instance, if you ate breakfast at 7 o'clock when they were around, because you knew that in order for you to not be chewing on the phone when they called at 7:30, you had to eat at 7. You did certain things at certain time revolving around this person's schedule, and there is a switch up that is necessary. Like, you need to switch that ass up, okay? Do things out of the ordinary for yourself. Surprise yourself even, honey. Okay, because this is where you're defeating yourself. Now I know you've been hearing lots of messages. Oh, rising star and a rising star, and you're the empress, and yeah, you could be, But you're also hearing new beginning, new beginning. And part of the reason that you're hearing new beginning so much is because it's like that double dutch energy of, okay, you psyching yourself out. You saying you're going to jump in. You mentally telling yourself, and then you didn't do the flinch thing. Like, when you're trying to get somebody to be scared to jump, the only one you flinching on is the shadow of yourself. Okay? Other side of it, you're avoiding. Can we get a third leg here? You're avoiding packing your shit and moving along and doing shit differently. Now, it's just now, remember weeks ago, we were getting messages about mourning and grieving. And I can say that I've even witnessed of myself that you tell yourself that you're going through something, but you don't actually go through the process of it. You don't allow yourself to go through the phases of it. All right. So Spirit is saying, let yourself cry. Don't force it. But if you need to trigger those thoughts just a little bit and look around and realize like, oh, you've actually been laying out a facade for yourself. Do that. Do that. You okay? Ooh. They said, but don't get on no what's her name from Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Don't beat yourself with oranges and stuff like that. Don't. If you get that strength, don't do that. Okay? Do not get on some thin line between love and hate. They're gone. They've let you let them go, they let you go. However it went. I'm being as understanding towards, look, sympathy and empathy has to go. Okay, sympathy and empathy. It is there for a tool of a purpose to help you understand other people, but you have been causing yourself to be a crutch in your own reality. And you're still getting fucked up and fucked over, and you're not getting that, like, that. Think about a baby. When a baby is warm, that skin to skin, we have confirmation, that skin to skin connection. You're not skin to skin with yourself. You are so detached, and you have created, once again, this facade of yourself, making it seem like you're all right because Spirit told you that, you're going to get this or you're going to have that. But you have not centered yourself in a meeting place of actually embodying this. Yeah, get quiet. A heart is a house of a heart is a house of love, and I've learned that it don't take much to break a heart. Honey, look, if you need to go watch 5 Heartbeats and cry, okay, and celebrate, to open up your heart space, because your heart space is tighter than what you've actually been believing that it is, honey. And you've been hanging on to some jealousy, some guilt, and some animosity about the real. I'm not trying. Yeah, your real love, your true love with yourself is in a very impoverished mindset. It's in that fake it till you make it thing. Spirit, where we gonna go? Yep, we gonna come over. Oh, no, we gonna come here. Let's go ahead and tell. You know what? This video gonna cut short on us because I feel like we might just be here for a while. And I'm feeling like I'm going to be here until we run out of potentially memory space. I don't know. Because, and this is not to beat up or bash on you. It's just, you come to these readings for obviously a reason. And though you're not paying money and I'm not asking for money, you deserve to know the truth. I'm here. You will know. What song was that? Ain't no doubt about it. It's a song from You. You will know. You will know. You will know. Oh, you will know. Yeah, R. Kelly is in the video, but it's a song. I believe it was from Don't from the boys to men, then act like a man. It gets hard, y'all. Just talk what you know. And Aaron Hall is in it. So you've been violated in so many ways throughout the course of your life that you felt that the nigga nightmares right here, that you've had to be strategically strong. Okay. And yes, I know we've been seeing gifts on top of gifts on top of gifts. Your pain has been a gift. Your pain is a gift even to the world. Your pain has been a gift to even those who have done you wrong. Yeah, your vulnerability definitely was a gift to the right, wrong people. All right. Um, the nightmares that you've been having, you've been committed to avoiding them and reading them the way that you want to see them because you want all the fairy tales and gumdrops and lollipops and you feel like you're in kitty land. Yeah, I'm going to talk to you in like a loopy type of way, but this is exactly how you've been dealing with yourself. No, there's no need for you to go admit yourself to a sane asylum, but for very few people who do come across this reading, I'm going to say that there is something called a 72-hour hold, um, mental hold, where if you feeling those ideations, if you get what I'm saying, um, they will hold you for 72 hours to do an evaluation. All right. This is a serious matter because you've been taking in a lot of readings that's been telling you, yeah, they coming back and they delusional and everything else. But we have to understand, even when we step into new cycles, we do present ourselves to be a bit delusional. Um, we talk too much. I feel my mouth getting numb. And it just happened in a moment. We talk too much. We have a high expectation of what spirit is going to gift us with, but we as newcomers, um, fine. And yeah, you could been taking readings for years, but I'm gonna say, look at the readings that that you've taken over the course of your years, and how much has really changed in your life beyond you cleaning your house, you finding new languages, new words, meaning languages, you being daring in certain situations. But spirit really wants you to look at how have you changed your life when it comes to distancing yourself from the memories of this person? Of this person. It's one particular person. It's not even people. Yes, family, we're going to have family matters, but there's one particular person that you keep on clicking on these damn videos and you keep on thinking about, and not mystical river, but they're following, their energy is following me around. No, you have a one moment. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what type of promises this person has made to you. I don't know what type of future you planned with this person. But there's like every step of your continued life without them. You get that hint. It's like smelling a fragrance that isn't there. Feeling an entity, feeling an energy that is not there. I understand you missed the good moments. I understand that there was so much embarrassment when you two departed for whatever reason, whether they croaked over, I'm saying it because of YouTube purposes, or whether you found out something very discouraging that shocked your system. There are so many different ways that this could have played out, not just because this is a general message for educational and entertainment purposes, but because the red flags that are avoided when dealing with someone who you hope so hard for not necessarily that person, but for this to be it, for them to be the one, for you to not have to go through the pain and the mystery solving and the puzzles and the getting to know someone all over again and having to put yourself in a vulnerable place again. and having to trust again. You've been through so much, and every time you've been through this, you just feel like it's breaking you more and more. And guess what? It's supposed to shatter you. It's supposed to shatter the illusion that society has created. It's supposed to shatter the confusion. It's supposed to shatter the delusion of what masterpieces actually look like. And not the masterpiece of the person, but the masterpiece of you. If you cannot take another heartbreak, you need to break yourself away from tarot for a while. If you cannot take another heartbreak, you need to stop dressing to impress others or showboating yourself around with what it is that you have and what it is that, others can't compete where they don't seem to compare. So you think if you can't take another heartbreak, you need to go somewhere and deal with the heartbreak that you have been avoiding of you. People are going to come into your life, and unfortunately, they don't realize when they first meet you with all the bright-eyed excitement that something in them is going to come to surface to try to break you, because they didn't realize about your genuine, your pure nature of wanting to have an affectionate connection. You have yet to realize your strength confirmation. You have yet to realize your strength. You have yet to realize the all ends of what makes you a professional in the ways that you have scared people away. They needed to be scared away. Stop wishing back for someone or energy of a prototype or a copy of someone who can't handle all that you are, where you lack at, where you're strong at, where you are potentially built to go. Yeah, I remember the parts of myself even when I was listening to the tarot and, just, oh yeah, I wonder how they feel and what they got going on. You like this energy shit is real. I need you to know that. Look at even during this reading how my energy switched around. You throwing such a tantrum and you don't even realize that you are throwing a tantrum. You don't even realize you are throwing a tantrum. You don't even realize, Spirit said that you don't even realize how many readings you have listened to where you thinking that it was that other person, but really the person that the reader is reading about is you, has been you. That you don't even realize how you want to be elevated so much. That's what that mountain was about. That you want to be elevated so much that you have refused to look at a reading and say, you know what? Even though I can see how the reader may be reading about them, how does this apply to me? How is it that that pain or that remorse or them saying that this person is listening to somebody else, how is that about me? Versus how is, oh my goodness, yeah, they going through it, yeah, I'm good. Oh, that person is really living they fucking best worst life, even if it is bad. And it ain't got shit to do with you other than, they working hard to forget about you. And Spirit say you not working hard enough. The fairy tale that you created of yourself with that person, oh my God, you hurt so bad. You hurt so bad. You're looking for every fucking thing, and probably not even substances, but you're looking for every fucking thing to validate you that you ain't as hurt as you actually were. That fairy tale, even though it was a fairy tale for you, that fairy tale was real for you. You painted the walls, you furnished the place, the colors were so vibrant. And how it got snatched away from you, even though for some of you, you had to be the one to rid of yourself of that situation. It still hurt you. Admit that to yourself. Spirit, can we get some cards? Because, somebody don't believe that it's so. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Because I'm not the one who got to live through it. Loneliness. Courage. I understand. Spirit, we're going to do it. Fear. We're going to go through it. You got to go through it in order to get through it, right? Guilt. That's a lot for one daggone read, isn't it? Death. It says, I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul growth. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I know that I am never alone. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I am learning that endings are merely new beginnings. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. And at the bottom, we have the High Lady of Love and Compassion. Kindness, consideration. You want me to grab this one right here, y'all? I missed that. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I get it and I understand your hurt and I understand your pain. You made it this far. You know this fucking message is for you. But there is more out there. There is more life out there to be lived. There has been so many stories. There's been so many losses that you've experienced, and I understand this loss is different because of the energy in the sky and the energies that this era of life, 2026, the energies that are circulating, people's eyes are so much more open and vulnerable to the energies, the energy space. Oh my gosh, how else am I able to connect with you the way that I am able to connect with you, knowing that this is not me? Okay? You gotta figure it out. And this is not for you to go back and listen to readings that you listened to in the past and say that, oh, well, maybe I missed something. This is for you to sit with yourself. Go through that pain. Know that you are strong. Know that you are not going to off yourself. Know that you've been given the tools to make it through. But you have to deal with you. You got out of that mourning phase too quickly. Yeah, you got out of it too quickly because it was a lot that you left behind that you did not deal with. You let go of the guilt of how you ignored the red flags too quickly. And now you feel like, oh, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, you're just so quick with the trigger because once someone comes along and they show you one thing, oh, you cut them off like that. And you know what? And you still feel the remnants of, yeah, I showed that last person. You're punishing yourself because you forget that we're all human. You forget that, people aren't masters of you. People are allowed time to get to know you. You don't realize how quickly you're cutting off people whose spirit has actually brought into your life to help you along, to teach you another lesson, to teach you a familiar lesson that you ignored. You don't realize how you've been punishing yourself. Let's pull some of these. Yeah. So right here at the bottom, we have this guy, and I always see this third nipple of his as like a camera. So your heart has definitely been like clocking shit, but you ain't been giving anything a chance. You've been a zombie, little do you know. You've been on a graveyard shift of the same old shit. You know, like, roadmap. Yeah, I'm throwing these mugs down. So we might have to revisit this for another time. Then there you go. You show back up. Okay, we gonna have to revisit this for another conversation. Oh, okay, so you've also you've potentially been drinking, smoking, consuming, and your mountains are in the back, and your soil don't look so good. So yeah, it's time to look at sobriety. And I'm going to tell you now, because I even had to do it myself. When you go through that sobriety, you don't have to rush into it. If you got the heart of hearts, if you got the heart like that to go cold turkey, do it. But either which way, as you do the sobriety, it's going to be things, returning receipts. And at the bottom, too many cats. It's going to be things that's going to come up that's going to, for one, every time you try to let go of it, some shit is going to happen to make you want to run back to, let me go get another bag. Let me go get another drink. I can't take it. I can't take it. There's going to be shit that's going to happen. Okay, because don't think that just because I took the devil off the table, the devil in you ain't going to be fucking with you and playing tag team with the devil that's external from you. Okay, there's going to be plenty of things that are going to come to you that's going to say, hey, you sure you can handle dealing with this sober? It felt a lot better dealing with it when, you had a little courage, a little liquid courage, a little puff pass. You gotta be able to clock it. You gotta be able to pay attention to it. You have to be able to recognize your triggers. And you have to also understand shit happens in life in general. So every fucked up thing that happens is not inviting you to be an excuse of why the hell you decide, why you should go ahead and go back to those coping places. Okay, notice how when you consume anything that is not just air, fresh air. I'm not talking about the drugs and stuff. Notice how you consume anything. Not only is your body calm and relaxed, but notice how the red lights of hazards and the emergencies aren't happening until you get down to your very last little bit, right before you're done. I don't give a damn if it's cigarettes. I don't give a damn if it's a Black and Mild. I don't give a damn if it's a strip club. Check your bank account even. If you got a bank account or a debit card, I don't care if you're cashing checks. I don't care if it's child support. I don't care what it is. Look at how much you have been contradicting even what the messages have been telling you over your course of time of receiving the messages, confirmation. And look, I don't give a damn if it was a stimulus check or a court order, you won something. Look at how your money has been dwindling. Look at how you have not been reinvesting that money into something that can reinvest into you. And I'm not talking about your stuff. Okay? Oh my gosh. The way that, nope. I was going to say, even if this message isn't for you, this message is for somebody else. No, Spirit said this message is for you. Confirmation. You've had your fun. You've had your times of, I hope they get it and everything else and all this other payback stuff. that once again, that person's energy keep on coming up because of you. Because you can't let go. Because you haven't let go. Because you checking a daggone invisible clock on your wrist. And oh my goodness, it's this much time until they come back, or until, I don't know, somebody might be fucking in jail, until they get out. Live your life. It's just looking over your shoulder, and you're trying to match yourself to be something that someone else will look at, that when they see you, they're gonna regret losing you. You're really listening to tarot, trying to figure out how it is that you can dress yourself to impress them if ever you run back into them. Honey, that's not living your life. It's not. Yeah, I'm interested in what these cards gotta say. And you gotta have faith in you. You gotta have faith in you. In the here and now. We're not even gonna read those. The path to life. Let's listen to life choices. Listen to life's choices. And at the bottom, serenity. Through love, release and enter work. Through love, release and enter work. I know peace. Through love and release. Through love, release and enter work. I know peace. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear, and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. I know I'm stumbling because y'all got me over here fucking crying. So I take that ringing through both ears, which is subtly ringing now. It was more so about you. This message is all about you. The frustration, the aggravation, every fucking thing that has came through with all this. This is all about you. Spirit said, let's dig into it. Heart's hidden secrets. Heart's hidden secrets. Yep. And at the bottom you got pain. We about to, too many cats you're going to wind up with. And I'm not saying any problems with cats. I love cats, okay? But idealistically, you know how they say you're going to be so lonely that you have nothing but cats. And you've probably been listening to a whole bunch of rage bait things about men this and women this and that's, that, and the other. Honey, you have to realize that, yes, a lot of people have had those experiences. And it makes it seem like, you just can't have an experience outside of those experiences. And honestly, you can't, because you're accepting those experiences wholeheartedly of that's the only thing that's out there. Right? You have to understand that you learn the lessons and then you move the fuck on, and you move the fuck on to realize who it is that you are, what it is that you want in your life. I don't know. You might even be a person where it's like, oh yeah, I don't like, no, you may not like men as a whole. You may not understand women as a whole, but you may actually want to be a husband. And not in the sense of, yeah, I'm going to sit back and drink a beer while my little lady does everything. But you may actually want to be a husband who is actually there in a partnership with his wife. You may actually want to be a woman who actually does want to make her husband's day easy, because you realize that when he goes out there amongst other men, that, yeah, he has to put on his thick skin, his strong face, and you want to give him a fucking soft landing when he come home. So stop defeating yourself being a part of these communities of rage baiting and hurting people, and all this other shit. Live your life. What is it that your spirit actually want and your soul actually want? Because even actually, when you come here and you meet and greet with me, hell, there's times that I'm like, but that's just me. Spirit had me come and give you those messages that you received of me because it's how I resonate with the energy. But you're supposed to take what you resonate. So have you ever listened to a tarot reader and disagree with what they said? Or disagree with the sighs and the ahs and the everything else? Because unless you have, you are not living your life for you. You're living your life for the plot. You're living your life for the clout. You're living your life for, well, society and what other people think. I would love it if you can. I appreciate and I accept the hater in my comment. Because I am a person, I don't mind people disagreeing with me. This is part of the reason why I do not comment or respond to the comments, because to each their own. And I may not agree with what you have to say. I may not be in the space, in the energy space that you're in, or even, I don't even fucking know what's going on in the actual details of your life. Because, honey, if I was running your life and I was going, honey, you probably wouldn't like me because I'm very tedious with shit. And I also know there's a lot of shit about my own life that I need to cater to that I've been rather procrastinating on. Motherfucker, we're human. We're spirit. Yes, we're spirits having a human experience. And part of the human experience is understanding you are not always going to completely 100% agree with someone, but you do need to have discernment, be discerning enough with yourself to understand when you're abusing yourself, when someone else is coming around to abuse you. And this is why you need to understand boundaries are for you. This is why you need to understand, just because you disagree does not mean that you need to be mad, does not mean that you need to be a hater, does not mean that you need to go off somebody or a situation to prove a goddamn point. Now let's get to these cards. I love you. That's why I can giggle a bit at the end, because I've been there. I've done that. Hell, I go through it sometimes. All right, you see my hands. Oh, honey, yeah, how they have aged. The hell, my knuckles even. You see my hands. But, honey, I am a whole person, okay? This is not AI. Although sometimes I'm probably going to come on here and be like, I am a simulation. This is AI. Just for the hell of it. But are you foolish enough to believe it? Nourish. Yep. Yep. Oh, yep, okay, yep. I mean, to each their fucking own. Oh. Can we get a third leg for this? Rally. Oh, Rally, you need some auto parts in your life. Okay? I've always connected the dots of a car. One part of a car messed up, there's going to be at least 10 other parts that's messed up. Or that's going to have problems. If you look at your body, if you look at your spirit, one part being fragmented, being an issue, is going to cause 10 other parts to be a problem. And if those 10 other parts is a problem, you're going to multiply that by 100 and 100 and another 100. Honey, look at yourself, because at the bottom we have spying. Oh, so spying and networking. Yep, you've been spying through the networking of tarot readings. Divination. Now, this is not a punishment. Granny said, digging that ass. Okay, so obsession. You have been really overly obsessed, and we've said this throughout the read. You've been obsessed with centering your life. You ain't centered yourself. You've been centering your life around this twin flame experience, rejection, and you've been very hopeful about the outcome of it all. The truth of it all, Anthony Hamilton, you need to stop listening to that song if you've been listening to this song. Because he said, I can't stay away from you. I can't stay away from you too long. Even when I do, I'll always call. But the point of it all is I love you. Yeah, love on yourself. If you've been one of those people who have bounced from relationships to relationships, if you've been one of those people who you don't want to be by yourself, so you take the next best thing, it's not the best thing for you, but it seems to be the best thing, you need to learn how to be with yourself. I'm here, Mystical River. I've been single for the past 3 years. No, you have not been single. You've been without someone to lay next to. You've been out without someone to go on dates with and talk to, but you have not been without the mental gymnastics of companionship in your head. Stop thinking to yourself, well, when this person comes in, I want them to be like this and I want them to have this and they should have this. No, in order to know what you need, want, require, what you can deal with, what you can't deal with, what you lack, what you are able to deal with them in their lack with, you need to get to know you wholeheartedly. You need to know you. Okay? So reject the concept of a twin flame coming into your life. Hell, learn how to say no in the most respectful way possible. And sometimes you're going to need to learn to say no in the most ignorant way possible, because there's still ignorant motherfuckers out here who don't know how to accept no. And saying, you know what, I'm working on myself is not a no. That's an invitation for people who want to distract you. Learn about energies that you need to protect yourself from, because obviously you have not been doing well enough with protecting yourself from not just the energies of yourself, but the energies of others. Nourish, conflicted, and foundation. You've been conflicted. I forgot that those was there. You have not established security with yourself. You are further giving clout to your insecurities. And I know my neighbors fucking hear me, and it's perfectly fine. I love your neighbors. We'll talk about it later. But anyway, you gotta release. You gotta let this shit go. And I know it's easier said than done, because, like I said, I've been there before. And you know what? I feel like I'm gonna have to come back and feel like a nut and feel like I'm in joys and mouse, and I'm gonna have to come back. I don't know when. If it's gonna be today, because Spirit say you need to sit with this message. You need to sit with, Mystical River, she was not so nice. She was mean. How dare she? I thought spiritual assistants and oracle readers and tarot readers are supposed to be all love and light. No, the fuck we're not. And anyone who claims that they are all love and light, they're not being honest with you, even in regards to them disclosing, the shit that they went through and the shit that they're going through. Confirmation with the gut. They won't let me eat until we get this message out. But oh my goodness. But also, like, you gotta understand, someone who really cares for you about you is gonna tell you the hardcore truth. Fuck your feelings. Fuck you certain of your feelings. Yes, fuck certain of your feelings. Certain of your feelings need to be hurt, because that fucking glass needs to be shattered. Stop thinking that because, and this is part of, that that one card, this card right here, that motherfucker, right? This thing right here, you gotta understand the delusion, the illusion, the confusion, the things, the feel good that it puts you in, that makes you not pay attention to the shit that you need. This is why you need to let this shit go. I don't want to hear, don't even put in the comments of, oh no, it's for medical purposes, recreational. No, fuck that shit. You need to let this shit go, because in order to get through shit, in order to not have to feel certain shit again, in order to be able to connect with your shadow, in order to know what shit the radars that's going off on you is, you have to feel the pain. You have to understand the pain. It is not going to all feel good. In order to grow, you have to go through pain. Hell, if there's any guys still here, I'm about to teach you something, and if you got daughters, it's gonna help you out. When a female grows her boobs, it hurts. Okay? It's like fucking feeling Charlie horses around your heart. Okay? There's literally this thing called fucking growing pains. They say you go to sleep one night and you wake up and you're a couple of inches taller. I want to cry for you right now, because somebody should go through that damn pain. Stop avoiding it. Stop looking for those messages that's going to tell you, oh yeah, they got hit by a donkey and they fell on their ass, or whatever the case may be. Deal with your shit. And your shit is not even about this person anymore. Your shit is about you. And your desires. And you feel like you're missing out because you know you're however old in fucking age and you know better. However old in age that you are, I'm going to say, especially if you are mm, 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 26, 27 and up, you definitely fucking, you know something to know better. Okay? You know something to know better. But you're taking even the things that you know and you're avoiding them. Okay, so, okay. A tempting offer has a high price. Challenges, question mark. Use your imagination. I feel like you, Spirit said you've done that enough. And yeah, with the rinse, yeah, I'm going to have to put myself on camera screen one day. And it's just like, y'all not going to like my face. I'm beautiful. I'm gorgeous. But look, the way this face can transform, you'd be like, where'd she go? Uh-huh. Not, don't make my shadow come out. Because I'm telling you, when I say we've been through some shit, we've been through a whole lot of shit. And not only have we been through a whole lot of shit, we done put people through a whole lot of shit. So I understand all ends of the spectrum and the equation and of the geometry of this shit. And it says, yeah. So the acoustic library is open. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see it? You see it? Yeah, that's me. Oh, hey, I'm her too. Mm-hmm. Back off. Voodoo and blue. Let me see. Yep, drama and glamour. We want to take that. And then we got desires again. And at the bottom, if I could read, intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have a hell of a fun time cleaning up this mess, but you know, it happens. You got to make a mess to realize what the hell you need to clean up and put away. I'm just realizing this is probably my longest video yet. We got 101. And somebody need this. So frankly, I don't care. Like I said, we could probably going to go through this and it's going to take a while for this to upload, I'm sure. But either which way, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, me being a mad woman over here, I tell you. Feel like I'm somebody, mama, grandma, or something right now. And it says Moon Dreamer. Love illuminates even the darkest of corners. Love does illuminate the darkest of corners. And it's interesting because just the same way her hand, yeah. So let go, to wrap back around to where we was at the beginning of this message. This message is for you to stop tricking yourself and deceiving yourself that you are growing and that you're having. No, you've been collecting information. You've been collecting information, but you have not been doing the proper things with the information, with the tools that Spirit has been giving you. You've been a good person. You've been a bad person. And you have to admit that you have not been all that good to yourself. Look, I'm not giving. Ooh, shut up. Okay, now we have silence remnants. It says amidst the uncertainty, love has the power to rebuild trust. Loving yourself. Not nobody else. I get it. It's two people up in this car, and usually if there's two people in the car, I'd be like, but you know, we're going to look at this as you're masculine and you're feminine. Both of them been toxic as a motherfucker. Even though you've been on this car, love and light. No, both your masculine and your feminine has been toxic as a motherfucker, and that's why they're up in this shattered ass picture that it looks like rain. And honey, you got work to do. And then up and here the fuck we go. Avoid burnout. Furious passion is consuming. Substance. I can't. Okay. Yeah, that part. My eyes, honey, I don't like to cry. I really don't. And the fact that you went from water to fire and water, okay, yeah, hey, this is crazy. I don't, look, like I said, I don't like to cry. I really don't like to cry, okay? I cry with purpose. I cry with intention. But when it's like that emotional stuff that we just went through, honey, use that as your courage. Push through. I know it's a scary thing not knowing where you gonna land, how you gonna land, where you gonna end up on the other side of this, or who, if there is even a who. It seems scary, but spirit, that's what spirit wants you to work on. Realize you don't need to have a who. You desire to have a who, a somebody else. But the who that you really ultimately need is you. Because if you don't have you solid, it don't matter what somebody else brings into your life. It does not matter who somebody else could be to you. Because in any given moment, you're going to feel like, oh my goodness, they hurt my feelings. And oh my goodness, they didn't care about what I said. And oh my goodness, they don't care about what I do. And oh my goodness, they didn't thank me. And oh my goodness, they didn't. And oh my goodness, they didn't. And oh my goodness, they didn't. This is why you need to be silent with you. So here we have, okay, more balancing cards. Okay, strike the balance between freedom and commitment. I don't like to cry either because sometimes it makes it harder for me to read. Need to go get some glasses. Okay, and then it says, boundless spirit, your only limits are the ones you put on yourself. And you put a lot of you put a lot of limits on yourself. Devotion blooms. Nature both blossoms and thorns with tenderness. Did I say it? I can't be all love and light. I can't be all good. But then again, this is not about me. This is about you. Stop portraying as if the only time you get into your shadow side is if a motherfucker try you. No, you get into your shadow side when you're grieving, when you're mourning, when you're sad, when you're mad, when you don't fucking understand. When you don't want to understand, you get into those grieving ass places. You get into that shadow. So yeah, your inner child is excited, but you got to remember your inner child is also a kid. So therefore your inner child, of course, is going to be excited that you're going to the carnival and a theme park and that you're going shopping and that you're spending money that you don't have and money that you should use towards something else. Of course your inner child is going to be excited. Oh my goodness, they're giving me, where's that card again? Honey, they're giving me that again, and we're gonna be able to have so much fun because we're gonna be relaxed, we're gonna be calm, we're not gonna be scared and everything else. And you are supposed to be parenting yourself, and you are supposed to be caring more for your inner child than those who groomed you and those who conditioned you before you. You're supposed to be doing better than what they did. No, can't have that. We care about children, and we care about the inner child of ourselves. Hey, you don't want to be up in your up and there in your life years here, and realizing that you just repeated the same shit that you considered and you blamed other people for abusing you with when they didn't know any better. But here it is, you've been given the tools by spirit and you know better, but you ain't doing better. You're doing a bit better because you got the love and light. But deal with the fucking darkness. And remember, I'm sorry, not even remember, understand those who were grooming, those who were conditioning, those who were training you for this thing called life and society. What was their problem? Why didn't they do good? You ready? I got the answer. You got the answer? Okay, here's the answer. The reason why they didn't do good is the same reason why you aren't doing better, because they did not want to deal with or have to face their dark side, the shit that happened to them, the energies, the time that they disappointed their fucking selves. And here it is, you are repeating that fucking chorus, but with yourself. So who the fuck do you have to blame now? Nobody but yourself. Nobody but yourself. What do we want to do? We want to go here. Okay. I'm gonna go here and here. Yep. Fucking mess. I'm gonna be cleaning up, but you know I love you. I love you. I love you, but you gotta love yourself more first. Voodoo. Ooh, the taste of it. Yeah, we go right here down the center. Community. Yeah. Yeah. Hush, hush. Yep, the climate change, the debates. This ain't even about you being zesty, you being feisty. Nah, it's you're debating. You're debating. Oh, do you remember? You know what? We're gonna take this card. Come here. Come here. Okay, we're gonna take this card and we're gonna plant that bushel right there. Okay, right. So, do you remember the times that you thought that you were taking things slow and steady before this read? That you were religiously going through all that showboating of, spirit got me, spirit got me. Yep, spirit got that ass right where it need to be. I 1, 11, 11. Loved it. Spirit got that ass right where it needs to be. And spirit also said, keep on showing off. Keep on showing off. They got something for that ass, because shit gonna get spicy real quick. Because we literally just entered the year of the fire horse. Just literally entered the year of the fire horse. And though there was talks about it, even I did talks about it at the beginning of, the calendar year of 2026. No, we just, now is the time, okay, to say goodbye to so much, even that facade of yourself, of everything being love and light. I understand in certain places, this shit is legal. This right here. In certain states, in certain places, in certain countries, in certain, I don't know, religions, I don't know, practices. It is legal, okay? But it's also legal to and for the purposes of keeping you in a hallucination, okay? Trust me, Big Brother know better. They know, like, all they had to do was make that legal amongst with the other things that's legal. Like, for instance, spirits, meaning alcohol. Spirits. It's the worst fucking thing that you can do to your body, and that's to drinking gasoline and actual other poisons. Okay? So you got to ask yourself these questions. Why does this make me feel so good? But, you get up and you realize that you've avoided so much, and you didn't realize so much of what was happening because you were indulgent in something that works against you. It feels like it works for you in certain ways. But once again, check your accounts. Proof is there. I know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Where we gonna put this? Not deck, because child, we're gonna spice it up right on over there. We gonna do everything. Everything is everything. Okay. Okay, so looking back here behind the scenes at you again. It says basking. Then you have clarity and guard. Okay. Next to triumph, a fourth leg is liberation. So you've been guarding yourself from the clarity of actually triumphing and balancing yourself. You've been basking in this. And this woman, her hair. Can we get this, please? I'm gonna put this. Yeah. Notice, okay, we're gonna cover up right there. Her hair, though it's white back here, it looked like a do-rag to me. So you've been on your thug dizzle, thinking like, oh yeah, motherfucker can't handle me, and you've been calling judgment and everything else, not realizing judgment has also been called on you. You can't dish out shit that you can't receive, right? Remember, energy returns to self. So every time you call judgment out on somebody else, do know judgment is being cast upon you as well. Every time you, ooh, yeah, yep, heard that one. Every time you cast judgment on, like say, oh, I call judgment. Yeah, it's back on you because you are the muse. You are your inspiration, and you are inspiration to so many other people. That part about you was not a lie. Okay? Mm, mm, mm. Mm-hmm. Her Annie up. Kidnap that fool. Get him. Get him. All right. Uh-huh. And at the bottom, you have witchcraft. All right. If you're still here, you put a heart in a comment, put a dove in a comment. I don't care. Put whatever you want in a comment. But then again, depending on the message and depending on how you feel, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't. Okay? There's something about shame. When you feel shame towards yourself, when you feel shame about an act or avoidance, that is telling you exactly what it is that you need to give more attention to. So listen and pay attention to yourself of how it is that you feel shameful in this season. Summer is approaching. We're still in March 2026. Summer is approaching. And think about summer and spring as well. Right now we're in spring, supposedly they say, but it still feel like winter to me. Thing about summer and spring is that you don't get to cover yourself up in the layers of hiding. It's more revealing. There's a lot of exposure, and not just that, but it's a lot of fast-paced activity. Where I'm from, where I live, where I've been, it's always been known that during the winter months, your opposition is behind closed doors. But don't let your opposition catch you outside, because if your opposition catch you outside, there's not many witnesses. Okay? There's not many witnesses to be able to be a witness to your testimony of what could have potentially happened, but there's nobody around but you and your op. So you definitely don't want to get caught slipping in the snow. Now during the summer, honey, that's when you got the most witnesses. That's when you have the innocent bystanders, because it's a hot tail time for crime, for punishment, for, really catching somebody slipping because they're having a good time and because they want to be a part of the party and they want to be a part of the events, and they don't check all the fine tooth print to see if they're the side piece in your situation. Not people are just happy to be experiencing life with you and to be had and to be a part of the story that could be told. And even if it's it's a red rum situation, people would like to run their mouth. So therefore during the winter, it's the time that you can move strategically. And this is why during the winter you were supposed to be putting in that work, because there wasn't that many eyes on you. You were supposed to be putting in that work because you could walk down the street and have on as many layers as you wanted to, and nobody in a different pair of shoes, and nobody would have been able to tell that it was you, unless you have a certain special type of walk. But summer and spring is here. So the question is how exposed are you going to feel? How exposed are you going to be? Or are you willing to miss out on the festivities? And so you can get yourself grounded and centered in the space that you need to be able to trust yourself out there in the open, in the public, with all eyes on you, even if they're not even paying attention to you. Okay? Because summer and spring, honey, When it rains, it pours. You, yeah, we got 4 seasons in a year, supposedly. We got 4 seasons in a year. And you're going to be able to live this cycle all over again. So do understand, whatever you didn't grasp on to these past seasons, confirmation, you're going to have another go at it. But just as we all know, we're not promised tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of shocking, sudden changes happening for you, okay? It's going to be a lot, okay? It's going to be a lot of exposure. And pray yourself through it. But you also got to change and make the adjustments. And with spring and summer right here, you're going to have to, you're going to have to go with the flow. You don't have as much time to sit down at a desk or at a table and try to map things out, like I said, unless you're willing to miss out. But depending on your obligations and your responsibility, whether it be work, whether it be family, whether it be promises, whether it be events that, if you didn't show up to, can you actually not show up to those events and not care how other people feel about you not showing up? You got to take care of your prized possession, and your prized possession is you. Your prize is you. Not saying you are the prize. No, your prize is you. Spirit says split this deck. What we oh shit, she scared me. She scared. Denial. Mm, mm, mm. We gonna set her ass right there. Okay. Denial. Split it again. Obsession. Okay, well, to each their own. And their own possibilities and capabilities. I'm going to definitely let this energy sit here for a minute, because I would like to procrastinate and for a goddamn change and come back to this. And so when I come back to it, who knows? And so you have, somebody, okay, yeah, we got some pension happening now. 0707, compromise. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges. Express your emotions and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. Rebels, I love you so much. And that was this whole damn reading, wasn't it? It definitely was. I want to get this right here. Charm. And watch out. Oh, and watch out. Watch out for the charm. There is more than meets the